Hello, welcome to our first YouTube video. Today, we are camping at a campsite.
This is the tent we set up yesterday.
The reason we take this video is to answer questions from all of you. I got to know Adam first. We met on Instagram at first. However, we kept talking about meeting up, but never actually did for a long time.
Yes,
It took us around 4 or 5 years.
Jeremy came to Taichung to study. That's how we met. Met singing in Taichung. That's how they met.
Likely in 2020.
You two started dating.
We were already dating then, we started first.
Yay.
And then later with this one.
That's right.
For about a year. During this year, we were very close. For example, we went camping together and we traveled together, we held parties in villas together and so on. Basically, we did a lot of things together. So, we spent a lot of time together. We need to have a good impression of each other in order to gradually discover the characteristics of this person. And if our vibe matches, I think it's important. But as I get to know this person and spend time together, it becomes like I feel something special and want to take things further with him. Whether it's in terms of friendship or in a romantic relationship, I just want to move forward. I begin contemplating and exploring. Why do I feel this way about them? And what it could mean. Then we begin to think and wonder if the three of us could possibly develop into a mutual romantic relationship.
When I first started hanging out with them, I didn't really think too much about it. I just thought, oh, it's fun to go out with friends. At times, I closely watched their actions. I enjoyed observing their interactions. Whether they were doing something or just being together, seeing both of you happy made me feel happy too. It's strange. I usually don't notice other couples and what they're doing. But when it came to you two, I found myself watching a little more closely and finding your happiness adorable. I think both of your personalities are great.
How great?
You want me to be more specific? I really like how you love organizing those activities. And you invite me. It's so much fun to go out with a group of friends. You make the activities rich. The value is high. We can have fun without overspending. It's really enjoyable.
I'll start a travel agency. Impressive.
Yes, and Grayn is also a thoughtful person. When we plan activities, he prepares a lot.
The reason we ended up being together, I feel that with him. In him, I tend to think more long term. If I'm with someone, I consider it in a much broader sense. I think about whether we can work together in the future, or if there can be any further development. At first glance, it was simply based on appearance, not bad. Okay, but the main thing is because we often go out together. So I really feel he actually looks good on the outside. What's more impressive is his willingness to act, and he's great at cooking. And also his family background is good. But he's not the type who, sometimes when you meet people who come from a good family background, but they may not be willing to put in effort. I think his upbringing is good.
Speaking of upbringing?
Yes, I really think upbringing is crucial. Yes, I really believe so. Because family really influences many things. Yes. So those are the things I see in him. That's why I feel that there can be a further development.
I think we both feel that he's a caring person. He has a kind of mysterious charm. For me, this person is a bit unpredictable, and I don't know what he's really thinking. Because I'm interested in people who are hard to read. That's how I've always been. This person has many qualities that align with mine. And our interests are quite similar. So gradually I want to get closer to him. It's a state of mind. I don't know why. I want to connect with him more.
I think what's different between couple and thruple, I think I'm more unbalanced inside. I'm someone who struggles to find inner balance. I think it would be different in thruple. Like, Grayn and I used to had a life similar to married couple. So now, it becomes 3 people. Seeing Jeremy and Grayn's intimacy, like kissing or hugging. Basically, the interaction is normally for 2 people. So if I'm there next to them, I'm like, what should I do? I would feel awkward or uncomfortable. I alone treated Grayn that way. Of course, seeing someone else doing that with who has been together for so long, and then with someone, the newly added Jeremy, being intimate like that, I would feel uncomfortable. That kind of feeling. Yes, so I think I'm currently trying to find this balance, a balance point. Because with 3 people, it should be fair for everyone. And everyone should have an equal share. It shouldn't be that one side gets along.
I think being in a throuple relationship is inevitable to feel imbalanced. It really requires spending time to adjust because we've never had this kind of relationship before, and not many people experience it either. Frankly, we lack a reference. What it's really like.
There's no one to consult.
Yes, no one to consult. Only you know your own feelings. While communicating, you must invest time in opening your inner self and sharing it with the others. They need to take time to open up and share. When there's a minor issue, take time to communicate. Act before major issues arise.
For myself, mindset adjustment is crucial beyond communication, because communication is crucial. Whether it's a 2-person relationship or a throuple relationship, yes, it requires a lot of sharing about what's going on in your mind in order to understand how the feelings between us 2 or 3 should be adjusted. And I think it's important to adjust your own mindset. Like when the other can't reach your expectation. Both of them have been together for a long time. They have their own way of getting along. I joined them suddenly, so it's difficult for them to start a new pattern or habit because of me. They typically respond to messages slowly, and I hope they can reply faster or something. But since they usually have this old couple mode, so the late message reply is a habit. After telling it 3 times, I thought, well, forget it. They used to be like this anyway, and I'm not planning to change them. So I learned not to care. So now even if they don't reply, it doesn't bother me anymore. I don't care about that point anymore. So having the ability to go easy on the interactions between us, and whether you can adapt to the fact, or if you're willing to change for them, is a quite important point. I don't care about others' opinions. I am just being myself then. I like being true to who I am. Holding hands with my partners, or hugging and kissing, or doing anything I'll enjoy, as long as it doesn't affect others. I feel like it doesn't matter. And when I was younger, I often felt self-conscious about others' judgmental bias. As I aged and grew more confident, and when I knew what I was doing, I realized that others' gaze towards me became more curious, or happy for me. Like when I walk hand in hand with my partners, I feel like others' gaze is like, wow, you're so special. You're adorable. Previously, I think, ew, what are they? This mindset needs adjustment, because you have to believe that you are good, and you have to believe that others' gaze is also kinda. Even if they have ill intentions, don't overthink it. Just be yourself and be happy. So, I truly don't care about other people's opinions.
The advantage is that we can pack up the tent faster.
Doing anything becomes faster.
Yes, and like when we last visited the big supermarket, we could search together as 3 and find them quickly. Oh, those barbecue skewers. They often come in sets of 3, so each person can have 1.
No need to figure out who wants to eat one more.
We can just divide them into 3. For instance, cars cost less.
All expenses divided by 3.
Yes,
Buying gifts for friends. We only need to buy 1 gift.
and we can give something better. Oh, and buying a house. The downside is when riding amusement park rides or using public transportation, which often have only 2 seats, we have to split into 2 groups.
That's not a big deal. A lot of people ask this question. Some people say, society isn't very friendly to 3 people, because most things are designed for pairs. It's difficult.
Oh, like the double beds not being big enough.
So we're considering getting a king-size bed.
When we disagree, it becomes 3. Different perspectives to reach a consensus, which can be a bit more challenging, because with 2 people there are only 2 voices. And if the power is evenly balanced,
A single voice can't decide.
yes, but if there are 3 people,
When 2 people argue and it's unclear who is right,
the 3rd person can step in and mediate as a peacemaker.
It's a mix of pros and cons. It's a mix of good and bad.
Okay, that's it.
Our camping trip is over and we're heading home. Goodbye.